Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I did it. I am the VIP. Oh no, meant to say MVP. Excuse me. I'm not going to start over. I'm the MVP of the Super Bowl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this trophy, this beautiful Vince Lombardi trophy. Oh my God, it's a lot heavier than I expected. I'm just kidding. I'm a big old strong football player boy. I'd like to thank number one, the big guy upstairs. Couldn't do it without you. Number two, the big guy downstairs. We couldn't do it without you. Let's see. I'd like to thank my wife and my mistress and my secret gay boyfriend. All of you are gonna get laid tonight. Separately, I also want to thank, you know, every other thing in football that people think. And it's just been an honor. I'm going to retire because I do have CTE and I can kind of feel myself getting dumber. Man, I love this trophy so much. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm not going to Disney World. Screw Disney and what they do to people. I'm going to go to Universal Studios. What's that? I got it. I have to say Disney World. Disney sucks. Screw Disney. Like, I don't even want it. I don't want this trophy. I mean, I do, but I just.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the Super Bowl news that you didn't know about. More like the Crypto Bowl. I cracked me up. Someone has to. The Super Bowl happened recently, and it was a very good game, one of the highest rated games in years. In fact, they finally broke that 100 million viewer count barrier, and I would probably say thanks to streaming, if people are losing cable left and right, thanks to streaming. The ads, obviously a fun time. Halftime show, one of the best halftime shows in recent memory. But the ads were very important, and it was very noticeable what they were going for this year. Ad spots cost upwards of $7 million in some cases, but they weren't paid for by a lot of companies that you've heard about probably. They were mostly paid for by cryptocurrency companies. Companies like Coinbase, Crypto.com, and FTX. FTX, is that what it is? That's the one with the Larry David commercial. They all had very memorable commercials. Some of them that were repurposed from a couple of months ago, but they were used for repurposed inside of the Super Bowl ad spots. Sometimes words don't work either. Other companies not related to crypto jumped into the crypto debate. Even Expedia had an ad with Ewan McGregor. He was over there in one of them Star Wars. He did an ad with Expedia, and it even mentioned crypto, talking about stuff and buying stuff. Spots were, of course, selling for $7 million. Coinbase spent about $14 million on their very simplistic DVD pause menu logo spot, where there was a QR code bouncing up and down in the video. And you know, quite frankly, true story. This happened to me. I was watching the game. That happened. I was in the kitchen, and that commercial came on, and it was just bouncing around. And I was sitting there going, "What the heck's going on?" Because 30 seconds had passed by, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to follow this QR code. I will change the channel to make sure that YouTube TV is still streaming correctly, and it was. But it was like 60 seconds of making sure that my TV was not, or the streaming was not broken. Their ad was so popular, people actually opened this QR code. I thought it was hackers. I'm not joking. It was so popular that it crashed their app. Now, some ad experts say that this is reminiscent of the dot-com era, where there was a bubble in the dot-com era, and people were just, you know, putting their faith into into websites and the internet and everything, and then that eventually bursted, and a lot of companies had to go belly up, which is a term that I don't even think people use anymore. People still use the term belly up. I just did, and I didn't feel natural saying it. Actually, I did feel natural saying it. Maybe I should have been born in 1970. NFL itself, actually, it doesn't allow for teams to sell ad space to crypto companies. It doesn't allow teams to even deal with that type of stuff. But there have been some rumblings where some people, like in New York, Mayor Eric Adams took his first paycheck, I believe, in cryptocurrency. Or no, he took his paycheck and he turned it into cryptocurrency, which is stupid in itself. Crypto ads were competing with themselves, essentially. It was them versus them. It was FTX versus Coinbase versus the rest of those. But of course, obviously, we had Expedia and Bud Light and just a bunch of other companies, Anheuser-Busch, I guess, were also trying to just say, hey, we're here as well. Amazon. Sports betting was also a big thing. It created a new wave of money for itself. We had companies like Caesars Sportsbook put out an ad with JB Smoove. These ads were, and it was a very funny ad, very good ad. These ads betting ads are becoming much more prominent in just regular sports watching. You can turn on a baseball game or a hockey game. I should do a sport that's in season. Turn on a hockey game or basketball game, and you can see sports betting ads. And even if they're not, these apps and these programs aren't available in your state necessarily, it doesn't mean that they don't want to advertise to you, because it's going to open up in Georgia at some point. It's going to open up in other states that don't have it as well. Money was on the forefront of everything, and that's what you can take away from these ads that we were getting in the Super Bowl, because it just everything, and not even like money itself to buy things. It was money itself. The actual physical presence or the crypto presence. It's what you can do with that money to make yourself more money. The promises, fortune favors the bold. I mean, that's what that ad wanted you to believe. That Ethereum ad or whatever that was. So there we go. Don't believe all this stuff. It's going to be even more prominent, and it's going to be more in your face at some point. But just stay above it, because it's still a wild world. And if the .com era bubble can burst, then this can definitely hit a crashing point too. I mean, look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those numbers have plummeted in the past 5-6 years because it's just an unstable economy in that world. And betting is not a sure thing. You're not going to win $1 million. Listen, there's one thing you can win. 1 million subscribers by subscribing and checking out one of our other videos. Of course, you can head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where there are so many great segues from sports betting and crypto that you are going to love it. You can like us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at cpluscomedy. Like me on Instagram and Twitter at Chad Black White. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe. And you know what? I'm going to go see if I finally made... Nope, I lost everything.